let's take a look at the action figure that started it all for me. From NECA, Leatherface from a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Welcome back to the channel. This is my first video in the new studio. I'm not sure how the acoustics are going to sound. Sounds a little bit echoey to me here, but hopefully it won't pick that up too bad on the camera. But today we are going to start our Halloween / horror action figure unboxings. Now I'm hoping to get all the way from September 1st, which is today, the time of filming, all the way to October 31st. So that's going to be a lot of figures. I do have a lot of figures. Now, there are going to be some that I've already opened, but I repackage everything, so I will reopen them, but I'll still run through them, show articulation, what I like and don't like, and how I feel that particular action figure is. I found this 3 or 4 years ago at our local toy store, and I had no idea these kind of action figures even existed until I went to that toy store, and he had shelves all the way around the upper part of his toy store. Well, every one of them, every spot along that shelving unit had a certain NECA action figure. And I knew I wanted to get one. Get one figure, help support the local toy store. He had just opened up recently. So I went in, paid, as you can see, $35. So it was a fair price. But yeah, this is it. This is the very one. The action figure that started it all. Let's take a look at packaging of Leatherface. Now, great box here. It's kind of like the movie art. Who will survive and what will be left of them? Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Got to get my glasses. I can't hardly see. All right, on here it says America's most bizarre and brutal crimes. What happened is true. Now the motion picture, that's just as real. So yeah, great packaging, great build-up. Pretty much like I mentioned, just it's the movie poster art is what that is. It even has stuff down here about the movie, and it's got the rated R way down there at the bottom. On this side you have NECA toy reels, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre across there. This side the same thing, and then on the back you get a photograph of your action figure and alternate head, and then another one holding his chainsaw, and then a picture of all the accessories right there. So that's what we're getting on this packaging. Top, there is no window box, which is kind of unfortunate, but what is really great is with Velcro, there is a door held shut. Open it up, and there it is. Now this is how most of our NECA Ultimates are packaged, with this big window box. Got this flap over, which will catch your Velcros will meet each other right here and stay closed. But yeah, great picture of the action figure right there. And then we get our figure. There it is. Bottom, warnings, copyrights, labels, barcodes. So yeah, let's look at see if I can find the copyright date on this. Not seeing anything. I may have to look this up on the internet, see what the release date was, because I'm not seeing it. So I will look that up. I'll put that date up in the video. But yeah, let's go ahead and get him out of here. It is my favorite movie of all time. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original Tobe Hooper directed movie. It's just so disturbing. But yeah, they just don't make them like this anymore. It was just so raw and almost like you was looking out your back door at something like this happening. And it was just pretty disturbing. You felt dirty after you watched it. It just had that grimy feel out in Texas. And now we'll get in here. Pop these open. Do like to do that. Saves your packaging, because this is great packaging. You put these back in here and they'll be just fine. All right. Here we go. Let's pull him out. And there's what you got left. You could pull that out and use that as a backdrop, and that would look great. That is it. That's all. Oh, here he is in his plastic coffin. Check that out, Leatherface. Now, I like to go through accessories first, so that's what we're going to do. And the first thing we're going to look at, can you believe it? I think we got a cricket in this room. First video in this new room, and we got a cricket. Not sure if that picks up, but he's going to bother me. All right, first thing we have is, look at that, a hatchet. Meat cleaver, hatchet, whatever you want to call it. Really nice. Looks so real. It's got some dings on it. Looks good. Next, we get a little knife here. This looks like a homemade knife. Look at that handle on that. Pretty good. Black and silver. Got a little paint apps there. Next, we get this big hammer. Look at that. That looks like either a 3 or 4 pound hammer. Nice. That'll crack some skulls there. So there's 3 weapons. We're not done yet. We have a big old meat hook right here. Now, you could tack that up to something. Man, if you're good at making dioramas, it's got blood on the end of it, and this looks like the big hook that he stuck at one of those girls on. All right, let's pull out the big one, the chainsaw. Yes, sir, all yellow. Pretty good details. Got the coil over there. It's got does have the rope. Of course, it doesn't move. Got the gas cap chain. There is blood on that chain. That looks awesome. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weapons for Leatherface. And then we get another head sculpt. Look at that. Is that not creepy or what? Yes. And then we're going to get him out. We are tied in. So we'll have to get our scissors here. Yeah. Wow. I might have it. Yes, it does. All right. So let's take a look at articulation on Leatherface. Now, these NECAs are not going to be like some of our wrestlers. They're more like a basic, probably. And not even that much. So head does not look up very well. Looks down decent. Turns left, right. Little bit of side to side. So not a whole lot of articulation on that head. Of course, it is going to be removable because you have your bonus head. See how easy that was tough to come off here. It went on easier than it came off. All right, our shoulder all the way around. We got stiff single jointed elbows. We have wrists. Not much movement. They will go all the way around, but I'm not seeing a hinge on here. So I don't think there's any articulation on this wrist. We have a waist. It does pretty good. It is on a hula hoop waist. So that's really nice. I believe it is. Yes, it's on a hula hoop. So hula hoop waist. It will goes left and right. He's got pretty good splits there. Not very good straddles, but you know, he's a big old boy. he's not going to do a lot of straddling. And then we have single jointed knees. Don't get a lot of movement. Like I said, probably enough. And then we have ankle articulation left, right. It is on a little bit of a rocker. So not a lot of movement on the ankles. But yeah, it's just good enough to be an action figure and not a statue. I mean, this thing is awesome. So let's talk about him now. Head sculpt is amazing. You can see the stitches. It's supposed to be, he cut the face off a human being and stitched it together and then wears it as a mask. So if you did not watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's what he is. They call him Leatherface because it's actually the leather, the human skin that he uses for a mask. He's got the striped shirt on just like in the movie. He's got dirty skin. Oh, it looks really dirty. He has gripping hands on both hands. He's got this sweet tie on, just like in the movie. He's got his pants are dark blue or a gray. He's got black boots on. He's got this leather apron, and I'm telling you, that feels about like real leather to me. Not sure if it is, but it feels like it. It's tied around the back, so you could remove this apron if you wanted. I don't think I want to. I do have a loose figure of this right here, so I will probably put him back in a box and take that loose figure and sit it in front of the box, or stand him in front of the box in a pose. But yeah, awesome, awesome figure. Looks so good. The shirt, the creases in the shirt down here at the bottom. I'm not sure if you can pick that up, but man, look how good that looks. He's got creasing in his shirt and his pants. NECA does a really, really nice job with these action figures. Let's see. Let's get a hammer in his hand. He's going to hit somebody right in the head with this hammer. And there you go. Look at that. Man. Looks so good. Then we'll put a hatchet in this hand. So he's got a hatchet in one hand, a hammer in the other, chasing them out of the house. Awesome. Very, very nice. Let's take a look at the chainsaw. Can we get the chainsaw in his hand? I think you're going to want to be really careful with this chainsaw. You don't want to break it. So there he goes. Leatherface. Going to do some cutting. Looks so, so good. Awesome. So that is the figure that started it all. Now what I'm going to try to do in each video during this Halloween, I'm going to try to incorporate the latest figure into our backdrop back here. So we have something better. I have a few signs up there in the shelf. I got room for posters, more shelvings like that, lighting. So yeah, I will put him into the backdrop there, and hopefully we'll build that out and get it looking kind of nice. But this is it, the first horror / Halloween action figure unboxing. And until next time, oh yeah.